Hello and welcome to this Rider Pilates balance session. I think you'll probably all agree that having good balance in the saddle is absolutely essential if you want to be able to move freely and well with your horse and not interfere with what your horse is up to. So let us get going, and we're going to start just checking in with your posture, making sure your weight is equally distributed through your feet, 50-50 left and right. Soft knees, headlights forward, shoulders relaxed, and that piece of string just gently pulling you up tall towards the ceiling. Then we're going to start by turning your head from side to side. And what you may not be aware of is how important your neck is when it comes to your balance. There are a lot of nerves in your neck that feed directly into your balance system. And so if you've got any problems with your neck movements, whether it's stiff, whether it's painful, that can really impact on your balance. So making sure you've got good movement and good movement control through your neck is actually really key to having good balance, and even more so in the horse when your neck is constantly on the move as you're moving with the horse. Okie doke, let's have one foot in front of the other, and we're going to do some rotations in this position. So headlights facing the front, we're turning your shoulders, in the teeth in, from side to side, keeping your shoulders level and keeping your weight equal through your feet as you do these turns. Okay, then we're going to swap and go the other way, and this is one, it looks really easy, but often people do find that these rotations are easier one way round than they are the other, and if you've got a side that feels a little bit more difficult than the other, then you need to practice more on the difficult way. Again, keeping your shoulders level all the way through and your headlights facing the front. Okay, then bring yourselves back up, feet back underneath you, and we're going to do some walking. This is really to get your brains in gear, and hopefully the sun is beginning to come around, so hopefully you're going to be able to see me okay. We've had rain all week. It's the first dry day of the week, and of course it's not just dry. The sun's come out, which is wonderful, I'm not complaining, but does then mean I start to be a bit in the sun. It's not so good for filming. Okay, let's then have your feet out wide, and we're going to do the same thing with your feet wide. Hopefully I haven't got a pear tree in the way. Okay, so you're thinking of keeping your ribs sinking downwards, your body nice and still. You're just moving through arms and legs. Okie doke, we're going to bring your legs back underneath you, and we're going to do some marching now. So getting your knees up nice and high, moving through your hips as well. Still with those opposite arms and legs. And now we're going to go up onto your toes. So each one, try and push up onto your toes without falling over. Good for the calves. Lovely. Okie doke. Come back down again. We're going to go into your foot series. We're going to add in your arms, which I know is a real challenge for your brain. So if you find that the arms just completely confuse things, leave them out and just do the legs. If you can do the arms as well, that would be really good. So we're going to go onto your toes, bend your knees, drop your heels and straighten. Onto your toes, bend your knees, drop your heels, straighten. Onto your toes, bend your knees, drop your heels, straighten. Onto your toes, bend your knees, drop your heels, straighten. Onto your toes, bend your knees, drop your heels, straighten. Let's go into the reverse. Bend your knees, lift your heels, straighten your knees and down. Bend, lift, straighten, 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 down. Last one, bend, lift, straighten, down. Okie doke. Possibly the hardest one of the lot. I'm going to give this one a go. It's the good old aeroplane exercise. If you find this is really hard to do fully, then back up against a wall and pop your lifted foot against the wall. Try to keep the knee of the leg that you're standing on nice and soft, and then you're going down towards the floor with one hand, keeping the other hand up at 180 degrees if you can. Come up, turn through your body, and then the same thing the other way. Try not to cheat and just stay here swinging your arms. That's not the same at all. You want to be moving through your body to create that turn. If you can't touch the floor, don't panic. Just do some turns somewhere in the middle around here, but if you can get to the floor, go for it, because this is really, really good for really the whole balance mechanism in the leg that you are standing on, but particularly the foot and ankle and the hip. Okay, let's swap and go on to the other leg, and you will almost definitely find that one side is easier than the other. Soften that knee. If you can, again, you are aiming hand to the floor, come up, and then the other hand to the floor. But again, if you can't quite make it, then just do some turns. I like to call it banking, as the exercise is called aeroplane banking, like an aeroplane would. Always trying to keep those arms at 180 degrees. Fabulous. Okay, I think it's probably enough of those. They're quite tiring on the glutes. Okay, Dave, we are going to go up onto your toes, hands up in front as if you're holding your reins, and you're going to do some, as I fall over backwards, gust of wind blew me over backwards. You're going to do some give and retake of the reins. Now, if you want, particularly if you are someone who does a lot of jumping, you can turn this into much more of a jumping type of exercise. I think this is really good if you're doing grid work. One of the things I always used to struggle with back in the day when I was eventing and doing grid work was, you know, to sit up at all between fences that came too quickly. Just, brain just couldn't quite compute it. But then, back when I was eventing, I wasn't doing all of this, so possibly it would have helped. So looking for that quick, controlled movement to bring you back up. Staying on your toes. Okay, 2 more. Lovely job. Okie doke. Right. Could go sideways because you'll see this one a little bit more easily. We're going to do a rear lunge exercise. So you're going back, bending that knee, come forwards, back and bend the other knee. So again, this is really good if you jump. So if you do cross country, you've got drop fences. You're looking to control the body weight, your upper body weight, using your tummy muscles and your hip flexors. Those are the muscles in the front of your hips. We can make this harder by holding imaginary reins. And you can also open one arm, so that takes your weight a little bit more out to the side, so you have to control the movement even more. But just watch so you don't then start to twist. So you want your headlights to stay forwards, even though your upper body is on the move. Do one more each way. Super job, well done. Okie doke. Right, onto one leg. Get your balance, and then you're going to do some squats onto one leg. Now, if you find being on one leg really hard, you can rest a big toe. And we'll swap onto the other leg, and the same again. Just looking to nicely, smoothly control that movement. Upper body relaxed, shoulders over your headlights. Okay, then we're going to go, and I know your calves have done a lot already, but 5 minutes going around cross country, calves don't get a rest. See if you can do a few heel lifts on one leg. So your calves can't say after 5 minutes of cross country, "No, I'm too tired, can't do any more." They need to be able to have that stamina to keep going. Okay, then we'll swap onto the other leg. And you will find with your calf lifts, heel lifts even, that they start off with, you think, oh, I can go really high, these are really easy, and then suddenly you'll do about 6 or 7 and think, these are really, really hard. Your calves fatigue really quickly when you're doing this sort of movement. So it's a good one to practice, and I think it's one, I've said this before, we don't do anything like enough of. Last one. Okay, back onto your first leg. Soften the knee, and then close your eyes. You need that big toe on the floor, go for it. Particularly if you're starting to get quite tired. But again, doesn't matter whether you're doing dressage, show jumping, cross country, endurance, whatever it is, you still want to have good balance even when you're tired. And also to be able to relax even when you're tired. Because if you're starting to get tired and that means you start to brace and fix to compensate, that's not so good for the horse. Okay, open your eyes and onto the other leg and do the same thing. Get your balance, then close your eyes. So the stronger you are, the better your stamina, the less likely you are to get wobbly towards the end of a cross-country round or test or whatever it is. but equally the better you've worked on your balance, the better you will be able to cope as you start to get tired, because you'll have good ingrained balance mechanisms. So you need to work on all of those components. Okay, feet on the floor, have a little walk. Okay, then soften your knees, bring your arms up above your head. Hopefully you can see both my arms. Reach up with one arm, nice big breath in and out, and then reach up with the other arm, nice big breath in and out. So you're alternating side to side, keeping those knees super soft, because that is what's going to help you stay really elastic through the movement. One more each way, nice big length. I don't know why I'm closing my eyes, it just feels like I should. And then bring your arms back down by your side, and make sure that your feet are back underneath you. Equal weight, headlights forward, shoulders and arms relax. Elastic spine, drawing you up tall. And we are going to finish there. So well done if you've done all of those. This is one of those sessions that will very easily highlight differences between left and right. And if your balance isn't so good on one side, you need to be working on this really regularly. Even if it is just practicing standing on one leg and doing a few of those one leg exercises, that will make a massive difference if you do them every single day. And you can do them really easily. Brushing your teeth, boiling the kettle, loads of times you can do those exercises. So crack on, make it a big target of yours if you found some of these harder on one side. Thank you so much for watching though, hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to share if you really like it, and also to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see you very soon.